executive functions fall into three main parts of your brain. The brain, working memory, your response inhibitions, and thirdly, your cognitive flexibility. So, Arlette, you have been diagnosed with ADHD. Yes, it was quite recent. I discovered in January, by chance, I went to a talk to see how I could help the students I teach, only to discover that the things they were talking about were very real to me. I've learned an awful lot about ADHD in the last 9 months, and I'm at the beginning of a very, very exciting journey. A journey where neurodivergence is going to be the thing that comes into its own. So I want to share the difficulties I've had and how I've overcome them and how I've learned to help other people overcome them. And in that way, those creative thinkers, those people who think outside the box, they're going to come into their own because AI can do everything else. So, right at the beginning of my journey, I learned that the main problem that ADHD sufferers suffer from is called a deficit of executive functions. Yes, I'm speaking slowly because I'm trying to remember these words, which to me are very difficult, and I had no idea what that meant. I don't know if everybody else understands what that means, but to simplify matters, I'm going to break it down, just for me, but hopefully it might also help you. Now, according to the Open University, the executive functions fall into three main parts of your brain. The brain that looks after your working memory, your response inhibitions, and thirdly, your cognitive flexibility. So this morning I was really, really organised. I had to get somewhere, I had to be on time, it was work, I was being paid. I had set an alarm, I'd sorted everything out, I got my bag ready by the door. I went out the door at the exact right time. I can't describe the exhaustion I felt having got everything organised. I had used my working memory to its absolute maximum. And then, well, I'll tell you about that later. Working memory is really difficult for people with ADHD. They can do it, but it's not easy. That's the thing. Your response inhibitions. Now, response inhibition is me all over. I don't know when to stop talking, I don't know when to stop sharing, I just don't know what the correct response is because it comes out of my mouth before my brain has actually thought about what I should and shouldn't say. Now, this causes me to be rude to people. I don't mean to be rude, but I'm really, really honest, and it causes problems. There's no doubt it causes me problems because I don't always stop, think, respond. My inhibitions are not quite right. And thirdly, your cognitive flexibility. So there I am, all packed and ready to go, and the window cleaner turns up. Now I know it's just the window cleaner, and no, he's not scary, but yes, for me, this was a big problem because my mind was set on getting to the place at the right time with the bag correctly packed, with the keys in the right place and the dog inside the house, and all these things just went to pieces because my mind isn't flexible enough to deal with anything else. Disaster, major disaster for me because it threw everything out. He needed to be paid, he parked in my way. He let the dog out. Well, he didn't let the dog out, but because of everything else that happened, the dog got out and I just shut the dog away. And then I couldn't get my bike past his car, I fell into the nettles. Yeah, my life's just one total disaster. But I do laugh about these things, I really do. And because I'd left lots of time, I wasn't late. Now, we all know what executive functions are and how they don't work for me. Well, they do work because I have worked hard all my life to make sure they do work. And I'll go into that in another video.